Hi, my name is Jenna Schmit, and I'm through a short, just kind of tutorial or video of how I approach digital learning. So I taught exclusively digitally our first COVID year, teaching 11th and 12th grade. And then the second year, I taught hybrid. So I was doing remote and in person simultaneously. And then I was back in person this year. So with that said, just a quick little take on what that could look like, just as kind of how I use technology with online learning. To share my screen and show you a mock lesson, something that I've done in the past. I use really exclusively Canvas. Seems pretty student friendly. Students engage really well using Canvas. From a teacher side, it makes reporting modules really easy. Parent communication, student communication, all that. So on my Canvas page, for this year, I taught juniors and also an AP level senior class, and I'm going to take you through what a lesson would look like for grade 12. This would be the content area of English, literature, or composition. And really the objective for this short mini lesson is student engagement and conversation communication with their peers in a digital format over a literary text. So with that, looking at Canvas modules, this is one way to structure really like a unit and then the whole breakdown of a semester or year-long course. So to end this most recent academic year, my students read the novel The Stranger by Albert Camus, and one short lesson that we did, obviously this is taking it in a much condensed version, we did a digital discussion. So they still get to engage with their peers. To get this lesson going, as I got every day's agenda under modules, students would be able to quickly see the expectations for what they need. There's an audio link plus a PDF link, so resources are simultaneously embedded in that agenda. There's a short agenda post for the day, so if a student is absent or if a student needs clarification, they can always go back and reread that. And then I also every day post an upcoming and need to know. So every day looks like this for an agenda post. For this particular mini lesson, for the objective that I just stated, students can find that we're recapping significant points, connections, questions, and comments over part one of Albert Camus' The Stranger. We're looking at the first 6 chapters of that novel, and we're doing this in the form of a digital discussion. To find that assignment, students could go through the discussion post embedded in modules, or they can go to Canvas assignments, or they can go to Canvas discussions. So lots of outlets for them to find that. And you can see I've did many digital discussions throughout the academic year. This was the assignment post that went with the module that I just posted. One thing that I might do differently is really try to engage myself with my students throughout a digital discussion. So instead of just under the assignment post, for example, listing all questions or all expectations at once, I'm doing it in time increments. So you can see my comments or my questions, my directives are always highlighted and very clear for them. That first post, expectations, is a pretty easy one to get the ball rolling. So it says one question that you have over the first part of the novel. Think reading comprehension, think plot, think characterization. And all students have to do for that first expectation is put a question underneath that ongoing thread. I give them directives and time instructions. So anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, let's say, to get that first post going. They communicate, they post, and then if we go down to more, the second is where we start scaffolding. So students are now engaging with one another. They would have to wait several minutes for me to see my second expectation highlighted, so it's clear. That second post is another simple one. Respond to a peer's question, offering a correct answer. So this first level is very much just reading comprehension based. They have to go back up to a peer and elaborate. As we start getting deeper into this thread or into this discussion, for example, post 3 from me is taking it to the next level. Now they need to pose a deeper, more literary analytical style question. These are getting into the core standards for our course that students have been familiar with all year. This is looking at connections to other literary texts. This is looking at literary connections, themes, and motifs. So obviously the more literary side of things, they repeat this process. There's anywhere from 4 to 6 to 10 posts that I offer, depending on like the extent of what that lesson and objective is. This one was, I would say, like medium level in terms of expectations in terms of the amount of posts. So that's in a nutshell what a mini lesson would look like, in a rushed version of me explaining how I use Canvas and how I use Zoom, how I moderate students. Thanks.